All right, so this was kind of sort of a video by request because I really kind of didn't want to talk about this. So last night on Instagram, I posted up a couple of pictures I had of Shyla. Then I posted up a picture of Shyla, a picture of Raven, then two pictures of them together, and I had went on this whole thing about the Philippine situation. Normally, I don't name people by name when I'm addressing situations, but the Philippine situation, and I know you know, but short and sweet to the point. This couple are like the woman is a mommy vlogger, blogger, whatever. I don't know what the fuck the guy does. The husband, I don't know what he does. He just sits there and I guess agrees with everything. Because we're a mindless drone and can't think for ourselves apparently. But they had a dog who was a bull terrier, kind of like, I'm gonna reveal, like, y'all already know how old I am, but in the 80s there was like this dog, the Spuds MacKenzie dog. It's kind of a Spuds MacKenzie dog. I don't really know much. I don't really know much about dogs to start with because I grew up all my life with cats. So for me to have not one but two dogs is kind of like, oh my god. So yeah, they had a bull terrier dog that they euthanized because it started off, they euthanized it because it had bit their son in the face, and I have no idea how old their child is, but it bit their child in the face. They make the statement along the way that it wasn't a bad bite, but they were, quote, kind of always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And they talked to a couple people, they talked to one person. Then they just sent a guy around to euthanize the poor dog. And then they wanted to try to rally support and garner support by, oh, we had to make this terrible decision and we're all broken up and heartbroken over it. And this is the only nice thing I'm going to say. At least they didn't try to lie about the situation and try to say, oh, well, the dog got injured and we had to euthanize it. At least they were honest in their disgusting fuckery. And that's the nicest thing I'm going to say. So, after this had came out and pretty much had gone very, very viral, the internet is going to do what the internet does, and the real story behind it is a lot worse. Now, granted, a lot of this is speculation. A lot of it is, well, they really didn't care, they really didn't do anything, and I wasn't there, I don't know. None of us were there, none of us knows. But it's not looking good for these people. And this one, let me pivot away from this by saying this one is a hard one for me. Having had cats all my life, having had these two crazy dogs that are in here right now, and having had to have pet cats euthanized. We had to have my very first set of cats were a brother and sister pair called Licorice and Tea. They were my darlings. Licorice lived to be 15. Her brother T lived to be 20. He died of old age. That broke my heart. But Licorice had cancer, and we had to euthanize her because she was suffering terribly and they could not do anything for her. And it was awful. It was an awful day. And everybody was just emotionally wrecked. My eyes are like watering up. It was bad. You don't want to have to make that decision. The next set of cats we had was Kelly and Scruff. I can't remember what his official name was, but Kelly, when I started dating Jose, I used to stay with him a lot, and I had, I guess, left the door open and she got out and I didn't know this had happened, and she was hiding somewhere and she got hit but didn't get killed. But they found her and she was really, really messed up. And again, the decision had to be made to put her down. And to this day, I am riddled with guilt about that situation. And it just breaks my heart that I caused that. And It's really, really not fun to have to make the decision to end the life of a treasured member of your family. Yes, people are like, well, it's just a pet. It's not like a family member. It is a family member. A pet is a member of your family. You should care for them and love them. Look, if you're taking time to go to the grocery store and buy food for them, like, um, Shyla has a lot of food allergies. She takes way too much after me. She has a lot of food allergies. We have to buy her food that she's not allergic to. Like, she's allergic to poultry. I didn't know dogs could be allergic to poultry, but if it's a bird, she can't eat it. So we have to buy her food that does not have poultry in it, because if we do, she'll start itching, and after a while she'll start losing patches of hair, and it's just bad, and she's like scratching obsessively, and it's really not fun. She has to take medications because she's older and she has arthritis really bad, so we have to spend money to take her to the vet to get medicine, and that costs money, and she's been on medicine for like the better part of a year. So you put time, love, energy, and money into your pet. They are a member of your family. Yes, they might just be an animal, but it goes a little deeper than that. So this is why this topic especially is really hard for me, because I would like I am like living in mortal fear of the day Raven and Shyla die. And I know it's like, well, why did you say Raven first? Because Raven's the baby. Raven has a tendency when we're out walking to want to run in the street. Even if cars are coming, she'll like run in the street. It's just like, oh my God, this child is trying to like, oh my God, why is she doing this? So yeah, she's kind of crazy, and I worry about her craziness making her end her life. Shyla, while older, she is older and is probably more than likely to be the first to go, but you can't tell because Raven is off her darn nut. So I tell my husband every day, like, you do understand it when Shyla dies, you're not just gonna have me in here an emotional wreck. You're gonna have Raven be an emotional wreck, and everybody in here is gonna be an emotional wreck. We will be all crying, and it's just gonna be a wreck. So there is no situation that I could see making the choice, because even if I had children, of putting any of my dogs down. So, okay, speaking of Raven, and I'm sorry I'm all over the place, because I'm trying not to get too angry, because, I mean, this is a situation where I know my hot takes on these two asshats is real kind of evil and real harsh. Like, I will never tell anybody that I'm not super duper close to what I think should happen to these two fucking assholes, because it's really evil and harsh. So I'm trying not to let myself get to that point. So instead of focusing on those two fucking knuckleheads, I'm going to focus on me and my puppies and my situation. So Raven has been known to have bouts of aggression. I don't know. We got her from basically puppy jail is what it's called, the Pet Resource Center in Tampa, but I call it puppy jail. So she was just wandering around by herself outside, and they scooped her up. So, and she had gotten there Valentine's Day last year. We got her on the 16th. We adopted her officially on the 16th. She came and lived with us on the 18th. So we don't know what her life was like before they scooped her up. Shyla was a little bit different. Shyla was surrendered because the people who had owned her before had they had lost their house had been foreclosed on, and the place they were moving to didn't allow dogs. So she was already trained and all that stuff. So she's a bit different. Raven was kind of a street dog who was on her own, and she just came to us. So, but Raven gets aggressive, and she especially gets aggressive when it comes to little teeny dogs. She'll like do like this weird thing. Like, I've only seen cats do it, but apparently she does it too. She'll like crouch down real low and like do like something like she's gonna pounce. So, And one day after we had moved to Germany, this is when we were still living in the apartment in Stuttgart, she saw this little crazy, like, it wasn't crazy, but the little dog. And she completely lost every semblance of self-restraint she had and was trying to go after that dog's fucking neck. It was ridiculous. And I had to stand in the middle of her and the little dog, and Raven actually bit me. And I was like angry, but I didn't do anything because I'm like, that's not going to help the situation. So we grabbed Raven, brought her in the house, and it calmed down, and she calmed down. And I just remember thinking that night, I was like, what the fuck are we going to do? Because if Raven had bit one of them people or bit that dog, we would be forced to put Raven down. And I'm not going to have that decision made for me to euthanize my dog. That's not going to fucking happen. So what can I do to help her get through her aggression? And basically, the next morning I woke up, I'm like, oh, she hates water. So if I get a little spray bottle, will that stop her? So we got a little bottle and we sprayed her with water when she starts getting out of control. And she immediately, because she does not like water, is like, oh, hell no, don't, okay, I'm going to stop now. So, and even if she sees it, she'll slink away like, no, okay, I'm not going to do that. So that's what we did to stop her from being aggressive. So if I, who never once had a dog up until Shyla, her entire life. We got Shyla in 2012. I fucking can't do math in my head right now, but I was in my 30s when we had Shyla. So that's 30 years of having all cats, then flipping the script and getting a dog. Then I get another dog. So if I don't really know dog behavior and I'm not a dog person, how is it that I can come up with what to do to curb her aggression and you fucking pack of assholes can't be fucking bothered with rehabilitating or getting some kind of training or rehoming? And I understand they wanted to lie and say, oh well, the lady at the Humane Society said he was too old to rehome. No, she fucking didn't. No, she did not. And even if she did, bitch, you have a fucking platform of 1 million people. You should be able to be like, hey guys, we just had a situation with our dog. Do you know anybody who could either help get training, help rehome, help with any fucking thing? Why was the fucking default, oh, well, we're just going to kill the dog because it's too much of an inconvenience for me to have to take the dog anywhere to get some kind of rehabilitation or training? You fucking self-righteous bag of rat excrement. Fuck you and fuck your husband. And I'm sorry. You all are deserving of all the vitriol that you're getting right fucking now. I'm not saying it has to go as far as people are willing to always take shit, but you fucking deserve all the vitriol that's coming your way right fucking now. Because all of this shit was done because you couldn't even be bothered to be mildly inconvenienced for 1 fucking second because you're so self-fucking important that an animal's life is not worth your fucking inconvenience. Fuck you and fuck everyone within your circle. Oh my God. This whole situation pisses me off. Oh, and speaking of which, because she tried to clean the shit up and then pivot away from it by saying, oh, well, it's just weird that this happened right now because we're going to move. And every time we move, it's just real difficult with Bowser because he doesn't like moving. No fucking shit. No one fucking likes moving. I was fucking anxious and I wasn't even moving down the damn block. I was changing fucking whole ass countries. And speaking of that, I fucking moved 2 goddamn dogs from the United States of America to fucking Germany, and then had the audacity to move from Stuttgart to where I'm living currently. You couldn't be bothered to even think for a fucking moment, oh, well, maybe the dog experiences extra problems when we move because it's anxious and it doesn't like being taken out of its comfort zone. It's not like you fucking had this poor animal, set up in an environment where he felt cared for, safe, and loved any fucking way, but that's independent of all of that. So you're too fucking lazy and too, once again, fucking self-important that, oh, well, at least he's dead and I don't have to deal with the inconvenience of having to deal with an out-of-control dog because I am so fucking self-important. Again, fuck you and fuck everyone in your circle. And you want to try to spin this shit like, oh, it was a hard decision. And yet you drinking coffee and checking to see how you fucking look because, again, you're self-fucking important. I don't usually call for people losing their platform. These fucking people, excuse me for spitting, have got to fucking go. They need to fuck off and never be heard from ever again. And it would be nice if they put them on some kind of list of people who should never be in ward of animals. Any kind of animal. Bird, duck, chicken, fucking, I don't give a shit. You don't need to have animals because you don't know how to fucking act. You don't, it's like that line on The Simpsons. It's when Ned Flanders' parents, yeah, we tried nothing and we're all out of ideas. And that's what the fuck these dumbasses did. I can't. And this is the point where I'm getting angry and I'm just like, all of this because you wanted to profile and get everybody to feel sorry for you and you deserve all the hatred that you're getting. And I do not feel sorry for you. I will never feel fucking sorry for you. And while I'm sad that this poor animal had to suffer an unjust death because of y'all selfish, self-righteous, dumb fucking asses, at least he doesn't have to suffer with you idiots anymore. He doesn't have to suffer your stupidity and your fucking laziness and your fucking self-absorbed dumb asses. It's like, oh, hell no. Nuh-uh. No. So, yeah. And then it was like all this stuff coming out where the guy had their little purse dog teasing Bowser with the purse dog. And it's just like, fucking really? And then they were like, oh, well, Bowser would always attack that dog. I wonder why you set this shit up so he would feel like, oh, I can attack this dog because it's nothing but a chew toy because they be playing with me with it. You set that in motion. No one else set that in motion but your, again, dumb fucking lazy self-righteous asses. Number 2 was all, oh, well, the child was taking his food. Kids are little kids. They're gonna little kid. But the same token, you're a grown fucking sentient adult who should know fucking better. You should tell your little kid, hey, no one bothers you while you're eating. Please don't bother the dog while they're eating. Just not do that. And if that doesn't come through, why don't you, I don't know, entertain your child instead of sticking your ugly fucking mug in front of a fucking camera? And be like, let me actually parent instead of like, waiting for an animal to attack a child. So yeah, all this shit is on you. You're fucking awful human beings. You are just a sea of just self-righteous garbage. And I don't feel sorry for you in the least. Normally, I try to see every side of an argument because as abhorrent as it is, there's a part of my brain that feels everybody's opinion, even if I don't agree with it, is valid. Not these fucking assholes. What they did was appalling, disgusting, and again, I don't feel sorry for your lazy, self-righteous, scumtastic asses. Let me stop right here because I have a hot knot in my stomach because all the horrible, evil things that I know how I feel about this situation are about to pop out of my mouth. And unlike these fucking geniuses, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Say or do the wrong thing. So, I don't know. I'm going to do a fun video later. I'm going to do a short video on top of this. So, because there is a $15,000 couch situation that needs to be addressed by me. So I'm going to do that next, but that's a short thing. And then there's like a fun-ish thing that I want to talk about. But again, fuck these two assholes. And seriously, they need to fucking go. So until I do my short stuff and the other stuff, until next time, later.